Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is gonna be my brainstorming video, and basically for this brainstorming video I'm gonna come up with like 120 things about my book. I kind of make this every time I start a new draft. Of course I'm starting a new novel. If you watched my last video maybe, or like my video before my last writing video. Yeah, so I'm writing a new book. At first I was thinking of going straight into the novel. Well, not straight into the novel, but like going into a outline. But as I was kind of just like trying to outline it, I think I outlined like 3 chapters. I realized that I don't have enough things that I know that's happening in the book. Like I know these characters. I know, yeah, that's all I know. I know like these characters. I know like their relationship with like their jobs, I guess. And like that's all I know, because those were just like what was in the original book, and I have like spent a lot of time planning this book in general. But at the same time, like the plot is different, so like the what happens, well, yeah, obviously if the plot's different, then what happens in the book is different, because the plot is the book. Okay, but anyways, because of that, like I kind of need to know what's happening in the book, so I needed to just like kind of come up with like a bunch of just like things, like characters, which I'm not gonna have like that many character things, but like for example, when did my main character meet her girlfriend? My main character's name is Winter. The book's name is Winter. It's about this couple kind of, but we only follow Winter, and we follow their just like what is it, like them on their like bumpy ride, whatever. But yeah, so Winter, blah, blah. But yeah, I need to know, like, for example, like, how did my like, my main character, Winter, and her love interest meet? Well, not love interest, her girlfriend, because, like, it's not, like, a love story, because they're already in a relationship. Like, how did they meet? Like, there's just, like, a bunch of things that I need to know. And I think, like, some of these things I did have, like, how these things happened, but it was, like, in some old draft or something. So maybe I'll look through those. And yeah, so like what I'm planning to do is just kind of just like come up with 120 things about my book. I'm doing 120 because like I just need a number close to 100, because like I just need to like challenge myself to just like think up of things, and like this will get my brain flowing into like the thinking of the novel instead of just like jumping right into it, because like I think the time I made the video about just like me quitting my novel was like 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. And wait, no, maybe, I don't know when I made it, but like it's been a it's been a long time since actually, yeah, no, it was probably like a week ago. Yeah, no more than a week and a half, let's give it that. Yeah, a week and a half. And it's like I feel like I haven't like drafted anything because like I've been so busy like thinking like I don't have anything, and I don't know what's gonna happen. And it's like at first I was thinking of like writing the first few chapters, because I have like the first few chapters outlined, just like I said, and I was thinking of like writing them and then just like going back and forth. But at the same time I feel like I'm just gonna like write scenes that don't need to be in the novel if I do that. So instead I'm just gonna brainstorm, and like hopefully that'll help the outlining process go smoother. Also, when it comes to outlining, how I'm gonna outline it is I'm gonna do like 1 sentence per thing. I discovered that like when I was writing my last book, that I can't do like these full on just like what happens in the chapter, or else I end up writing just like these 300-word chapters, which is fine, but it's kind of just like if I'm gonna do all that outlining, it basically is the draft instead of just like anything else, whatever. And I feel like it's easier to just like move things around, but like we're not at that stage yet. Right now we are just gonna write 120 things that's gonna happen in this novel, like things that's gonna happen, characters, relationships, like side characters. I don't even have the side characters mapped up. Like I don't have Winter's family in the picture. I think I'm gonna do Winter's family like the way that it was in a book, where there's just like one younger brother or something like that. So like maybe that's the first thing. Also, I'm gonna have like my mood board at the end of like the video, just like I did for my last book that I was planning out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so this is an update on my what is it, what video? my brainstorming video. First, let's talk about something else because I want to talk about this, but then we'll get into like updating you guys on where I've been. I still have the setup of my last video where I was talking about perfumes, so I think this was a video that's either coming out or has already come out so far, or like come out by like whatever. But yeah, so first I want to talk about this. Nicole Cuffy is coming out with a new book in 2027. I was like on Instagram and then I like looked, like she had like all these like posts about her Patreon, and I think I was interested in her video about her joining this like yoga cult, so I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and click on that. So I went onto the Patreon, and then on her bio I saw obviously I saw dances, I saw oh sinners, and then I saw a third comment and it said they'll know our names. Let me see what it is, because I pulled it up just now. They will know our name. Yeah, just like I said. See, I got the name right first time. So basically I was sitting there and I was like, and then it said 2027, so I was thinking, okay, maybe this is the short story she's written. Then I saw the little marker with the, like the 2027, and then I was like, wait, what? So of course I went on to Google and I searched it up. I couldn't find it anywhere, and then finally I got onto this like Barnes and Noble thing, and like I was trying to search up like Nicole Cuffy's second book, her like no, third book, and like no, like typing in the name and everything did not show up. Of course I already showed you these two books, but I'm a fan of Nicole Cuffy. She, like, I remember when I first figured out about her, I was in the Schuler bookstore, which is Michigan indie, wait, no, is that what they call them? Small bookstore, indie bookstore, independent bookstore, which indie means independent. I don't know what you guys call it, but like, and then I saw like this black girl on the cover dancing, and I said, this is exactly what I want. So I bought it and read it, loved it, and then like literally like I think maybe the year of, or like the next year, no, not it. I didn't read these two books like very far apart, but like it was like maybe this came out in like March, and this I might have read in like December. Like I read it earlier in the year, or the year before, but like I read them close enough, and then I saw that this book was coming out, and I was like, oh, Sinners, like, oh, okay, highlighter cover. I'm not as big of a fan of this cover as this one. This one is beautiful. This one's whatever. And I saw, and I can't wait to see the new cover. Okay, I'm only talking about this because I can't talk about this anywhere else. I filmed a video where I was talking about the 26 books I wanted to read, but I didn't like realize anything about this book. Like not this book, the book that's coming out. And second off, I feel like I shouldn't talk about 2027 releases. I think I did talk about one 2027 release, but I wasn't doing much research into like the next year books because of course they don't have covers or anything like that. So it's like I don't know anything about it. The 2027 release that I did put in the video did have a cover, but like of course I'm not fishing for books that don't have covers yet or anything like that. I kind of just like thought of like the books I wanted, and like to discover this was like really fun, and it's like I really want to talk about it. So apparently the They Will Know Our Names is like, I think it's gonna be like this historical fiction book where we have these two guys who they both make different music. I think they're two different races because it says something about the race line. Should I like search up the synopsis? They will know our names. Nicole Cuffy. Bames. No names. I said Bame again. Names. Nicole Cuffy. Okay. So we see it on the Barnes and Noble thing. It's coming out March 2nd in 2027. So two friends bound by music but separated by the Jim Crow era color line endure the trials and tribulations and triumphs of life in this moving novel from the acclaimed author of O Sinners and Dances. Hal Jensen, the artistic, sensitive youngest son of a successful department store executive, has just dropped out of college to begin the I don't know how to read these words out loud, I can't lie. Folk music career when he stumbles into a chance performance by blues prodigy Ruddy amidst the political turmoil of the 1960s. The two immediately strike up a profound camaraderie and begin to write songs as letters to each other as a way of transmuting all their tribulations into music. I have not read any of these words out loud. I'm realizing as I'm reading this, like I just like read them in my head. But anyways, over decades, through addiction, mental health crises, social expectations, profound familial loss, failed marriages, the pair's brotherhood sees them through as they put everything on the line for their dreams. Set against the backdrop of a changing America, They Will Know Our Names is a lyrical celebration of the transformative friendships that hold us through the chaos of life and the music that keeps us going despite it all. So basically what I'm getting from this is, I didn't have to read that whole synopsis, is that fact that I feel like it's gonna be like, Homegoing. There was a scene in Homegoing, like there was this like bar or something where like they were like singing or something. It's like for one of the characters' chapters, and like basically I'm getting those vibes from it. Except I guess it'll be about music, which I'm not usually a fan of music books. Like I didn't really like Daisy Jones and the Six, and I just feel like the reason why I don't like music books is because I don't think music translates to the book form or anything like that. And I feel like it's gonna be like Oh Sinners. There were like these transcripts, and it's just like me reading music in like a book does nothing for me. Like I don't like visualize the music or anything like that, so I'm kind of just like reading it and it's just like okay, whatever. And I feel like a lot of these authors low-key are not songwriters, and it's like no tea no shade, but like it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you look at it and you're like, okay, and it's also like for the plot and just like whatever, but like still, I really want to read this because this sounds really interesting, and yeah, and it's like she writes I think this historical fiction book is gonna be like a Taylor Jenkins Reid's historical fiction book where it's like the historical fiction. It's not real historical fiction. It's almost just like historical, but it's also just like, I don't know, of now. Like I feel like a lot of the reason why I don't like historical fiction is because I think like it just like feels very historical, I guess, which is the point. But like it's like I don't like that. But like it's like reading what's called, what is it, the blurb. It just like it didn't seem like a book that would be like, you know, when you're reading a historical fiction book, you can tell it's a historical fiction book. I tend to not like to read historical fiction books, and I don't even like have the urge to pick them up because I'm just like reading the back and it just like seems boring. Like I'm just like reading about just like what's happening. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But like this one seems interesting. So yeah. And also in 2027, Taylor Jenkins Reid has said that she's making a book or writing a book. Like she was talking about how she was writing a book on her Atmosphere tour, and she said that she is probably going to come out in 2027. So we're really getting a lot of books by, well, I'm getting a lot of books by authors I love, because I don't know your opinions on Nicole Cuffy. It's also like nice to get like books by authors you love. In literary fiction, I feel like authors tend to have just like one book and they come up with one book every 10 years, so it's not like you can really build a favorite author. Usually it's just like you've read one book by an author and then it's like it takes them 10 more years to write another one, and it's like by the time they write that other one, it's like they're significantly better. But it's also like if you try to read like the past book by an author, like let's pretend you really love this author after reading the first book and you try to read the past book, it's like it's been 10 years and stuff. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like I don't know, it's nice that we're getting some literary fiction that's coming out faster, which I know a bunch of people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, fast fashion, what has the book space come to, blah blah blah, whatever they want to say. But like every 2 years is nice. So yeah, I really like that. I'm gonna have a lot of books that I love by her, and like soon I'm gonna be able to make like a deep dive into Nicole Cuffy's books, because I'm making one for Taylor Jenkins Reid, so it's gonna be nice to make it for her one day, because she seems to be coming out with books at a pace that can actually like have a whole dedicated video for her. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. I just talked 10 minutes about like this just random thing that happened because I won't be able to talk about this until my 2027 book I want to read video. But anyways, let's talk about my writing. Okay, so basically I think I'm turning this video into a brainstorming video. Wow, this is a brainstorming video and I haven't brainstormed. I finished my, what is it, Pinterest board, so I'm gonna, Pinterest collage, so I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, that is that. As I was making this Pinterest board, I kind of realized, like, okay, so I have been making my 128 things about the book. Like, I kind of just like do this just like a brainstorming, just like splatter, whatever. And my thought process was that this thing would help me write the outline. The problem about this book and the reason why I'm having trouble making the outline, I realized, is because I think this book barely has a plot. Like, when it came to If I Had the Money, that book had a plot. It had like, it did not plot, but like a structure. Like, I was watching a what is it, Shaylin Wrights, I was watching their video and they were talking about what is it, structure, and how like structure can be, and it was actually a really helpful video, but just like how structure can be like in literary fiction, because I feel like structure is such a weird thing, because like in genre fiction you kind of just like have this, I don't know, set, you don't have this set structure, but like when a book is really quiet and it's just like about this relationship, where is the structure in that, you know what I mean? But like as Shaylin Wrights was talking about it, they said stuff about like, for example, if a relationship, like a marriage, let's pretend these people are what is it, engaged, the book would, like, I guess either end at the marriage or like the comments would be at the marriage. I forgot what they said, whatever. But like it started making me think about this book and just like the structure of it, and it's just like this book has structural things in place, but it's not like as big as it was for If I Had the Money, right? Right. So basically this book I'm kind of just lost. Like, I think the problem was the structure, not what I do or don't know about the book. I am glad that I did do that little brainstorming thing, because I did like get what other characters look like. And when I do more outlining or writing, or just like, I don't know what I'm doing right now, because like I'm kind of just like, should I write the book, should I outline it, should I like, what should I do, should I do like all that brainstorming, or maybe I should outline it and then do some do some adding things to the list, because I think that there will be characters that come in and I do want to describe them for just like when I do write the chapter. And like, I don't know, I don't know what I want to do, and I don't think I know like as much of characters' motivations and just like stuff like that. So there's that. A lot of things I did know, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. But I did get to 40 things. I kind of just like got the love interest, not love interest, but the character that Winter, my main character, has had a relationship with since college, which is like a long-term relationship. It's supposed to be like a marriage story without the marriage, I guess, because they're younger and stuff like that. But yeah, so like basically what's happening right now is I got like I got both of their families, the two people in the relationship, my main character and her girlfriend, and I got them both, their family and stuff. Like, yeah, that's all that needs to be said. But yeah, I like did the descriptions for everyone like that. I did add something that is really good. I think it's a little bit of a, not almost like this inciting incident. Like, I did do something really really good that I really like for like the beginning. It has to do with when I'm playing with my book like right now, so it's just like, I don't know if I'm rocking back and forth, that's why. Ooh, and you guys can see my pajamas. But anyways, yeah, so like I got something really good, so I'm really happy about that. Just like it was like this, like, I don't know, thinking thing, like, I don't know, but I got something really good and I'm happy about that. But like the book itself, I don't know what happens in it. Like it's like I know what happens in the beginning. I know what happens at the end. I don't know what happens in the middle because this I forgot that this is my most literary fiction book. Like out of my like I go from like literary fiction to contemporary fiction, which whatever in my mind contemporary fiction is like the most plotty and literary fiction is the least plotty. That's just like my metric. So I feel like if I Had the Money was my most plotty book, which made it my most contemporary book. Actually, no, it's not my most contemporary book. My most contemporary book is this other book. It's like Project Beauty or whatever. That's my most plotty book, probably. But If I Had the Money was like a close second. When it comes to my like most literary fiction book, this is it. Because there is literally like nothing. It's just about a relationship and like that's all. So it's kind of just like, oh, like how do you even like make chapters for a relationship? How do you like brainstorm for a relationship? It's like you kind of just like do it, you know what I mean? So like it's like I feel like I'm making this brainstorming thing, but it's like I don't know the character's motivations or anything. Like that's kind of just like all the things that I want to say in the novel, they come after I'm done writing the novel. It's just like I can't like predetermine this because like I remember when I was writing If I Had the Money, I did this like long chapters, long chapter outlines, and I kind of realized that the problem with that is the fact that I kind of learned my characters through the page rather than through the outline. The outline was kind of just there so that I had like a guide of what happens, but like not like it's like I have like a one sentence thing. Like for example, the first chapter is do I want to tell you guys my first chapter? I think I will. Okay, my first chapter of this book so far is that my main character and her girlfriend go to her parents' house, basically. Yes, so like that's literally like the thing, and then there's just like the incident, and just like another thing that happens that like kind of leads to the inciting incident that I figured out through this like writing, just like brainstorming thing. But I don't know. Wait, why do I keep saying I don't know when I do know? Okay, but yeah, so it's not like I'm writing the most detailed things like what happens in this like whole thing because it's like a lot of it is going to be like for example the two characters are going to talk, the people in the relationship. Okay, it's really hard to talk about people in relationships because like I remember like oh, actually, I could just say that because, like, I remember with If I Had the Money, I would just go like, oh yeah, East and her sister, and then, like it would just be that. But like, yeah, but still, so it's just gonna be like them having a conversation, probably go to the house and just like everything else. But at the same time, like, I can't outline a conversation if that makes sense. And like, so when it comes to the brainstorming, it's hard to do that, and I think I especially realized this as I was making my thing. Let me hurry up because this is literally an 18-minute clip. Oh my gosh. But I made it my Pinterest thing, and like on my Pinterest board collage whatever, I was making it and I realized that it is not as plotty as my other books. Like there tends to be way more going on with my other books. If I had the money, there was like the money parts, there was the siblings, there was the religion, there was the academic, there was just like all these things. When it came to therapy confessions, there was the therapy, there was the daydreaming, there was the store that she worked out, there was the just like, yeah, I think that was all loneliness and just like all that. And then when it came to this book, there's only like the relationship, the art. There is like I feel like actually there was no like loneliness because there's no way to like have that as like a picture or whatever on Pinterest. Actually, I think there is whatever. There is the loneliness. Wait, no. For this book, winter, there is the snow. There is the relationship, and there is that's all. And no, there's art. I think that's all. I think that's all there is to it. Let me relook at my Pinterest board. Pinterest, come to me. I also like my Pinterest board. I went from the happiness, the like sad upper stuff, to like the slowly going down into like the lighter stuff when it comes to her girlfriend. And there's these imagery things that's like really good. So like I like how you guys can see it, even like whatever, but like I already put the picture up, but like I like how it goes from like dark to light in this Pinterest board. But yeah, that's the book. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try to outline. Next time I talk to you guys, I might be doing something else, but I have no idea what I'm doing, because like again, this is just like a very just like, I don't know, process that I just like have not done. Not well, I haven't done like a lot of things, but like I don't know, it's just really hard to outline this, as I said, because like there is no plot. So yeah, it's just like this relationship, which is not a plot. So yeah, but there are like markers for the structure and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip, which is hopefully not 20 minutes long again. This is the last clip of my video. I always feel weird about like making only 3 clips for my vlogs, but like that's how it's gonna have to be. I I have not written 120 just like things about my book before, just like, you know what I mean. That was supposed to be the end of the video, but like I have not done that. I started outlining and I feel really good about how much I'm outlining. I feel like with this book there's multiple reasons why it was hard to brainstorm. First off, this is a more literary fiction book, not literary fiction but more literary book than it is contemporary. So like, well, not contemporary, but it's like a more quiet, it's quieter than like a lot of books that I've written. Yes, it's way quieter. And it's just like, because it's just like about this like relationship, and that's just like a really quiet thing, so there's just like not much to just like say about it. Also, it's also been in the making for like, not in the making, but it's been in my mind. I've also written like a first draft. It was a different plot, but like I've had the characters here for a long time, so it's like there's not as much to brainstorm, because it's like it's either been brainstormed or it's just it doesn't exist because it's a quiet book. So like there wasn't really much to do. More of my thoughts on just like the outlining process will be obviously in the outlining video, so there's not much to say about that. There was one more thing that I wanted to say before I left you guys, and it was about, what was it about? There was one more thing I wanted to say. Okay, whoops. Anyways, I remembered what I wanted to say. Okay, for the last thing that I want to talk about. Oh, also, I'm feeling much better about this book. What else? I've been thinking about it outside of just like when I'm on the computer and just like writing and stuff, which is a really good sign. And I hope that's gonna take me through just like college and writing it. But anyways, what I wanted to say was, I wanted to say like what this book is about. Winter is about, because I feel like every time I do a brainstorming video, at the very least I have to tell you guys what it's about. The book is about. So Winter is about Winter, who is this she's like 25. She throughout like the one thing, she is a very like extroverted person. I don't want to share too much, so like let me not share too much. But still, she is like this person that like everyone loves, but the one dark thing about her is her depression. And then she's like in this relationship. The main book is about this relationship. And throughout this relationship, she has done bad things due to her depression. I'm not gonna share the 2 things that she does. Like, there's one thing that she does like 2 years ago, and then there's one thing that she does right now, just like in the start of the book, which I'm not gonna share just in case like I change that. But these 2 things are really bad, and they're really bad for her relationship. So she tries to get better throughout this novel so that she doesn't make more mistakes. But like this kind of just like leads to like the inevitable. Like this just leads to just like whatever is gonna happen throughout the novel, because obviously they're like one argument away from breaking up. So that's basically the book. And yeah, I feel like it's a pretty good summary, like not summary, but that's a good pitch of what the book is. I don't know if I'll say that in every video, because that's just like a lot to say, and it like, how would I say that shortly? Winter is in a relationship and she keeps messing up and she needs to stop. But like that just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's not really like a short thing. It's not like, see what I mean? Like it's a very literary fiction book where it's just like things happen. It's just like there's no real like thing. Like I feel like when it came to If I Had the Money, it was like very easy. Like even though it started becoming hard at the end, where it was technically if I say it right now, a book about my main character, well, the main character of that book, East, who is trying to save her sister from this church. That was the book idea. And even though like I didn't really say that for some of the videos, because I was like, oh, that's just like uncomplicating it, and it's just like it's about the sister dynamic and everything like that. But like it's like it was very easy to pitch, technically, even though I was making it more complicated than it seems. This book is fully like impossible to pitch, so I just like, there are two things that I can say. I can say either this book is about how mental health affects relationships, because this isn't just about like the romantic relationship, it's also about like her relationship with her family and just like all that, just like how her mental health has affected that. Or I can say it's about this relationship and just like Winter and this relationship she has, and it's just like a book. It's like a marriage book without the marriage. Which, okay, the reason why I wanted to make it just like, let me not say too much about that because they're young. That's why I didn't make it a marriage book. But like, I do like marriage books. And yeah, let's just leave it at that. But like, that's what the book is about, and I just wanted to share that with you guys, because like you guys didn't really get anything this video, so that's gonna be like the one thing that you guys take, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. There were a couple things that I shared, like my mood board, and it wasn't even a mood board. Is that what it's called? Mood board? Maybe. But yeah, I shared a few things in this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Who knows what I'm doing in the next video, but I'll see you guys there. Bye.